Welcome back to your Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. If I'm wearing a sleeveless tank, it means the Yankees won. And the Yankees did win. A huge come-from-behind victory last night. They win 6-5 in 10 innings over Seattle. This game was incredible because they were getting no hit for a long time. Brian Wu was absolutely filthy. He was incredible. He goes 7 1/3, gives up 2, strikes out 5. His stuff is insane. You're talking about like 96 two-seamer, seam-shifted wake. It was just absolutely gross. Like we don't see Seattle a lot. They're on the West Coast, but that guy has electric stuff. I was blown away by how good Brian Wu is. But they get the victory. They're no hit pretty much going into the 7th. And then they score 3 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th, and then 1 in the 10th. Just really great resilience from this team. I thought they were dead. I did not think they were going to be able to get in this game, even when they made it 5-3, and they're down to their last bullet. Austin Wells with that huge hit. Stroman was actually pretty good today, but this is just a huge win. This team really needed not just a win, but sort of this type of win. They played good defense. Vivas made a couple good plays at third base as they're looking for a third baseman. As I'm sure you're aware, they not only DFA'd LeMahieu, but they released him. Because I guess physically he couldn't do it anymore, and I think he's just a negative WAR player. He just really doesn't help the team win anymore. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is. And so, but yeah, the Yankees couldn't do anything against Brian Wu. That 96 two-seamer, I think, to Dominguez made him look absolutely ridiculous. He almost jumped out of the box. But Polanco hits a 3-run homer. Bellinger, just no one could get anything done in the first 7 innings. But Chisholm gets the first just base knock in the 8th. The first hit comes in the 8th inning. And they piece stuff together. There wasn't a ton of bombs. Austin Wells hits a sacrifice fly. And then Stanton's home, pinch hit 2-run homer was obviously huge. He just blasts it to center. And I think that gave them life. But everything else they kind of pieced together after being 5 down. Giancarlo Stanton, his pinch hit home run, I think he was 5 for 48, hitting 104 as a pinch hitter previously, but obviously a huge at bat for him. Devin Williams was phenomenal. Really, really good stuff. Feels like he's in total command. You're seeing a lot of confidence from him. The changeup is having that really, really good diving action. He's really being able to turn it over. He's throwing it for strikes, which is really big. He's throwing his fastball more for strikes. And then Judge gets a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 10th to walk it off, and Volpe scores barely. So great game. Shows a lot of resilience from this team. Really fun to watch. Austin Wells with a huge 2 RBI base hit to tie the game at the end when they're literally down to their last strike. So it was just awesome. It was a great win, and the Yankees definitely needed it. So this is fun. Jazz Chisholm is a fun player to watch. I'm happy that he's going to be playing second base, which is his natural position. He was selected for the Home Run Derby, which is going to be an absolute blast. So Chisholm gets elected into the Derby. It also includes Acuna Jr., Cal Raleigh, which should be a blast. I think he's got 37 home runs at the break, which is insane. James Wood from the Nationals, Byron Buxton from the Twins, O'Neal Cruz from the Pirates, Junior Caminero from the Rays, and then Brent Rooker, who has absolute bombs from the A's. So this is awesome. I'm excited to see him. I don't know if he'll win. Honestly, my money is on Brent Rooker from the A's, but it should be really fun to watch. I'm glad he's in it, and playing his first full season with the Yankees. Chisholm, like his slash line is 251, 346, 530 with 10 doubles, 17 home runs, 43 RBIs. Since he's been activated coming off the injured list on June 3rd, he's slashing 316, 388, 640. So 36 for 14, 20 runs scored, 7 doubles, 10 homers, 26 RBIs, 14 walks, and 4 stolen bases. He's been playing great. And I think that's one of the reasons why they moved LeMahieu, is because they're like, this guy needs to be in the lineup every day. His bat is that good, and we don't really want him to worry about playing third base when it's not his natural position. That's a guy you really want in a good headspace, and I feel like that having him at second base is going to help do that. So, fun story. Glad he's in there. Hope he wins. My money's on Brent Rooker. So, possible moves at the trade deadline. So, we've talked at length about all the stuff that they need. It's really 3 things. Starting pitcher, Cam Schlittler, if he can be good, that would really, really help them, but he's 23 years old. You can't really count on him. He could be the most important person in the starting rotation. Who you never know how these things turn out. But their main needs are third base, starting pitcher, and bullpen. Now, we've talked about Suarez, Ryan McMahon, Brian Hayes mentioned at third base. Suarez obviously is a top target. I don't know if they're going to be able to get him. Starting pitcher. From what I hear, it's pretty scarce for a starting pitcher, and if you want one, like a Mitch Keller or a Merrill Kelly, a Zach Gallen, Sandy Alcantara, you're going to have to give up a ton to get one. So just know that, because the market's pretty scarce. Bullpen, there's a lot of great options, and I want to talk about that a little bit. So I think, Williams has been throwing the ball well. Cruz is hurt. Hopefully he comes back soon. But this team needs some more bullpen help. It's obviously a priority. The guys on the block and the top 2 that I really like. So you have Tim Hill and you have Yarborough, who I think will come back. I like Yarborough in the starting rotation, quite honestly. I mean, I know he can come in relief, but Emmanuel Clase, Tanner Scott, Kyle Finnegan, Carlos Estevez, and Yimi Garcia are really, really great moves. Clase would be unbelievable. Everyone would want him. I really like Tanner Scott. I think some power from the left side would be fantastic if they could get him. So we'll see if they can, but I think Clase, Scott, Finnegan, Carlos Estevez, and then Yimi Garcia are some guys that I really want for them to at least pursue and make a good run at, because they definitely need some bullpen help. I don't think they're going to win the World Series without another guy in their bullpen. They just don't have it, and they need it. I actually think the bullpen is a little bit more pressing than starting pitching for them, but we'll see what Cashman does at the deadline. It will be interesting. Latest injury news updates. Schmidt, obviously he had surgery. Tommy John, he's done for the year. I think he had that. I think he might be having it today. Yarby, right oblique strain since June 20th, possibly sometime this month, 15-day IL. He's resumed his throwing program, which is great. I really want to see him back. Mark Leiter Jr., I've never heard of this, a left fibular head stress fracture. It's a mouthful there. 15-day IL, so we'll see what that looks like. But again, that's another reason that they need to go out and get some bullpen help, like a Scott or a Clase, because they absolutely need it. Heel, I wouldn't rush him back. I think they're okay. I mean, the Yankees they're fine. I wouldn't say they're treading water, but I don't think you need to hit the panic button just yet on Heel. I would give him time to rest. It's not like you're falling way, way back. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So I'm waiting to give him a little bit more time to get right. And then Yuri De Los Santos, a little bit more bullpen help. Right elbow discomfort. He's supposed to come back this month. Tossed 20 pitches in the bullpen at Citi Field last week to build up. And then Cruz, huge bullpen arm that we absolutely have to have. And him getting hurt really is exposed a lack of depth in that area. So, again, left oblique strain, any soft tissue injury is tricky. It usually takes longer. But it is a high-grade strain, but it's going to be a while for him. So you got to go out and make a move at the deadline. Third baseman, starting pitching, but probably some bullpen help. Because I do have a feeling Cam Schlittler is pretty good. And I do think he is going to be a part of that rotation. Maybe not the guy, but he's definitely going to help get some really impactful innings later in the year. That's been your Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. Big series this weekend with the Cubbies. I am in Chicago, so I'm not going to be shy about that. I am a Yankees fan, but I also grew up a Cubs fan living here. So I'm really excited to talk about this series. I'll be back on Monday morning with sort of the recap of the 3-game set. Night game tonight. It's in Yankee Stadium. Day games on Saturday, Sunday, which will be really fun. So join me for that. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk then. Take care.